Welcome back to Divinity Original Sin 2, the Honor Mode Plus run. This is going to be the fight against the Bishop Alexander, and it's going to be an interesting one. I love that fight. Really interesting fight, and we're going to prep a little bit for it. And one of the things we're going to do is we are pulling the bishop with Syken, so he's going to be the one running in. Of course, he's not going to do that with his two-handed weapon, instead one-handed weapon plus shield. So he has a respectable armor and cannot easily be bypassed. Additionally, I'd like to put a couple of traps down here. So let's wait up here until Alexander kind of finds us. And in the meantime, we're going to place even more traps there. So, carefully going closer. Want him to realize my presence. Do we have another movement skill other than charge? Just to make sure that we can get out of here. We would have Angel Wings, but we don't have Polymorph 2.
Look alive. The hammer should be with us shortly. Got like her to be late? There could be Voidwoken nearby. Stay ready. If any Seekers survived, we'll have to deal with them. There you are, the escapee.
Finally.
To Reaper's anyway, please.
So, Syken is in combat. That's good. Let's start using our cooldowns, so we can get as many things pre-combat as possible. So this, and of course this. And what we would want to do here is to summon something that brings us into combat. Good. So, two of the characters are in combat. As for Lohse, we need to make sure that she's standing in water. Fine, done. And then with the Incarnate, she should be, yep, right in combat. Wonderful. So for Seville, it's a little bit more tricky. We're going to place down a couple of traps. Non-combat buffs are not getting her into combat, like Peace of Mind. She can buff that to everyone, and she still will be fine. Healing and the like will get her in combat. So let's place a couple of traps. Make sure that everyone has peace of mind. Good. And with that, she can start, take some watery arrows, peace of mind herself, and then heal Lohse to get into combat. There you go. Good. First things first, we do not want to be in here when these guys begin their turn. Which means we are definitely going to go out. Whatever happens in there, I don't care. Oh, nice. She destroyed all of the traps in one go. That was a good one. Now, the traps weren't essential for the plan. Basically, our plan is to get them into the courtyard. This archer here and the mesomorph over here will not follow, so you already have 2 enemies less than you would normally have. Good. Here is the first assassin. Let's make sure that we already hit him up. Wow. 77. That's good. We're hitting for almost 100. And that guy has lost his complete magic resist. Perfect. Here we go. Nice little fireball, and we just decloaked the assassin. Let's put him here. It's, by the way, a perfect spot for a whirlwind. In case, if the incarnate survives one more turn, we can whirlwind. The mesomorph up here, or metamorph, he's really an annoyance with the teleportation skills. If that happens to your character, you are basically in a deep hole. And both the Geist and the Assassin are the ones that are dealing the most damage, so you might want to focus them first. The Archer here seldomly moves out. He often walks from one way to the other, and that's about it. So we are preparing a couple of totems, but we could just stand down here, that's fine. I'll save the rest of the action points for now. Good. Here's the whirlwind I was talking about. It's only one and not even really well. There you go, that's the worm I was talking about.
Do you see now?
Well, little problem here. Normally they would be outside with me, fighting against the worm. Currently it's only us against the worm, which kind of sucks. So what we're going to do is we are going to summon yet another incarnate to make sure that they need to come here. And let's move away from the worm. Good. So they are indeed moving towards us, and there's the Geist. They will all focus on the worm, which is perfect, because we can then focus on them. Syken is going to switch into a two-hander in a second. So, first things first. Let's begin to rain onto all of them. Secondly, let's begin to shoot into melee. I wanted to freeze him, but it didn't work. Apparently the smoke cloud here had blocked it. So what we're going to do is we are going to go for physical damage. And yeah, you can see it's high ground, and normally she shouldn't miss anything here. Oh, nice. Petrified Syken. Not good at all. Well, all of the smoke is starting to be a little bit of an annoyance, to be honest. Without it, it would be much, much easier. Can't even see Syken, let alone heal him. So we're focusing the worm as well. We are healing Syken, and now everyone should... So technically the whole enemy group should now focus on the worm. At least this is what's usually happening. Kind of zerging it down. There you go. We need to make sure that the worm's not taking too much damage, because elsewhere, afterwards they are going to focus us. So it's a convenient mechanism to just kill a couple of them, specifically the assassins, to be honest. There you go, petrified the assassin, perfect. Nice little hit on Alexander. And reduce the armor of that knight as well. So, now that everyone's in melee, it's a perfect moment in time to start casting AoE spells. There you go. We just killed the Magister's assassin. And we are now focusing either on Bishop Alexander, which is a wise thing to do because he has a lot of spells, or the Geist, who is the only damage dealer left over. There you go. One hit. And a buff. So, Bishop Alexander dies first, then the Geist, and then we should be fine. Alright, we certainly shouldn't catch Necrofire. I don't like it at all. Alexander chucks a potion. And is now going to be attacked. For hopefully lots and lots and lots of damage, but he still has so much physical armor. Oh, the Geist just died. Well, better hurry up with Alexander because they are running out of soldiers. Let him stand closer to the worm, which means in case of doubt he will receive the attack. That Magister's Knight is definitely going to die very, very soon. Good, Syken regains some of the of his magical armor, and let's see if we can kill the Alexander before the other knight dies. Nope, the other knight is already dead, so we can't kill him before that happens. Oh wow, it was on the brink of hitting him. Well, too bad. Alright, Bishop Alexander is very, very low, and unfortunately we do have the worm still alive. So that will be the... I was about to say that will be the kill of Alexander, but of course we're missing. So that will be the kill of Alexander. So everyone still has full armor. Well, that guy certainly has a strong single target attack. Let's see if we can remove Petrify from Syken. Bleeding, burning, poison, diseased, dead, blindness, terrified, charmed, taunted, sleeping, mad. No, we can't. Which means we're going to focus on killing the worm. There you go. And there you go. So let's just heal up to make sure that we are not the ones being bursted down. The worm is doing moderate damage compared to the assassins who can burst you immediately down. So I'm not that afraid, and he's taking a shit ton of different attacks from all of the totems here. Well, that was indeed a very, very good attack. We need to reposition. The good part about the worm is his reach attack is okay, but it is not devastating. The one that we just saw, that's the worst attack. You could always move away and then just call it quits. The worm is mostly stationary. If no one is in melee, he automatically starts to reposition. And I think elsewise I've kind of noticed the pattern every 3 rounds. More give and take. So, a little bit annoying part about the strategy is, once everyone is dead, there are still 2 guys kind of in the middle of the castle, and we need to still get them. Because the metamorph never leaves the castle. And this guy over there also never leaves his castle. Good, the majority of the fight is gone. The things that remain are cleanup and a lot of dialogues. The cleanup, we will do it in this video, the dialogues, and making sure that we haven't missed anything. That's something that we can do in the next video. By the way, in case you're wondering, you still get full XP even if the enemy kills your... even if the worm kills the enemy, you're still getting the full XP. So there's really no reason to not use the worm as a 16 mate. So, let's clean up. Good, I think we're going to let the incarnate go over here. That just makes it faster. The incarnate champion is really strong. So, is this going to work out? I think we don't have the Engel. Oh, we do. Wonderful. Good. Slowly but surely we're building up a totem farm, and then this guy up here will die. There you go. Wonderful. It's probably going to fly away. Oh, very good. I think just moving over here will be the fastest way. There we go. Let's delay the turn and let me be teleported up there. There you go. Another totem. Barely out of reach. Very good. Let's get up there. And this here is going to knock both of them down. Well, maybe. And we're just killing one of them. So 1 and 2. Wonderful. Good. Let's get the loot real quick because I'm getting tired. And tomorrow we'll do an analysis and we'll finish Act 1. We can probably say that.
Well, quite. She's God. I'm Melody. Well, tell me.
Her eyes.
Go on then. I don't. Hey, that stings.
She examines her hands where the skin.
You really are. Come then. You'll have to.
Melody.
After you, darling. As you will.
All right. So we are staying here for now. Let's get the crew together. We only used one source point and we killed a bunch of enemies. So there's good loot. There's even some more good loot. So let's have a short analysis. Number 1, blue pants, wits and initiative. Well, not too bad. I guess it's just significantly more armor. So yes, please. Next up, a purple helm. A helmet with Aerotherk, Geomancer, and Wits. And that is pretty much exactly what we needed. So we need one more Geomancer. Aero could be used the second time as well, and we have enough summoning to give up the 1 point of summoning. So with that, he has Aeromancer 2, and can finally get the teleport without the teleportation gloves, and therefore can finally take a couple of real gloves and not these beginner gloves. This, however, is still a very, very good helmet. So let's continue to use it. And next up we do have a ring with summoning +1, that's cool. Plus a bow. A bow which is level 8, so pretty decent weapon. And probably better than the one that we currently have. That's the issue a little bit with the nice equipment. You collect a great equipment and then you realize it is almost outdated. Yeah, very much so. This bow, however, is really good, and it only requires finesse 11, so we keep it for a second. I like +10 to 2 resists, but like almost 20 armor more begins to be good. Is good by itself. This here is a chest armor for additional strength and +1 retribution, plus blinding radiance. That's something that we could use here. But he has this huge necromancy robe, which is also great. So I don't know. Plus he doesn't have the intelligence, so never mind. Good, we're managing the runes. Magical max physical armor +10. Yes, please. That's a good armor. Good, and this is where we are going to stop today's session. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.